Hey everybody, welcome back to Podcastage. My name's Bandrew and I'm back with another mic test video for you guys. And today I'm testing out this guy, the ECOOPRO or the ECOOPRO EO-200. I don't know how to pronounce it, but regardless, this was requested by one of our viewers, the Blitz Apple TBA. Okay, so this is a unidirectional XLR cardioid condenser microphone. And based on the spec sheet right here, it does state that it requires power to function between 3 volts and 48 volts. And lucky for us, a device like this, a little USB audio adapter, provides us 5 volts, which is plenty for this to function. Otherwise, this wouldn't be working. So as you can see right here, there is a light, but it's not on right now because it's only getting about 5 volts. I'm sure if it was getting a full 48 volts, that light would be on to indicate, hey, we're getting phantom power. Just a note, this is being recorded just like any other video. I'm running XLR to 3.5 into something like this on my computer. And that's it. Once it's recorded, I'm not doing any adjustments in post. What you hear is what's being recorded on the microphone. And as per usual, if you are interested in this microphone, I will throw a link in the video description down below, and it will set you back about 40 bucks on Amazon. So the first thing that I noticed when I pulled this out of the box is this thing is heavy. It's 0.88 pounds or 400 grams. My initial impression is this is a decent sounding mic. It's nothing amazing. In all honesty, I think you're going to get a better value out of something like the newer NW700 or the BM700 or the Mic 001, something that'll run you about 25 or 30 bucks rather than 40 bucks for this. But let's go ahead and look at what we get in the box. So in the box, you're going to get 3 things. The microphone, obviously, then you're going to get the mount right here, and then lastly, you're going to get the cable, which is an XLR to 3.5 millimeter. And the last thing you're going to get in the box is my favorite, the spec sheet or user manual. So the build quality on this thing is pretty dang rad. It's all metal body, metal construction, super heavy. It feels substantial. You could beat somebody to death with this thing, and I bet it would still work. Now, let's go ahead and talk more specs. Alright, so this thing is marketed as a cardioid condenser microphone, and the frequency response is not actually listed, but here's a very confusing visualization of the frequency response, and the graphic sort of implies that the response is between 50 hertz and 10 kilohertz, but I can't be sure because they don't give us that information. And then here's a picture of the polar pattern over here, and we'll test that out in a second. And lastly, right above my finger, I want to mention, it says do not store your microphone in the freezer. Like, I don't understand why they had to put that in there. Are people really storing microphones in freezers? And then are they confused about why their microphones stopped working? Now let's go ahead and see how the polar pattern works. So I'll just keep talking and moving around them all the way around the back, and now back around the front. Keeping and talking. Now let's go ahead and see how well this thing works when I'm talking into it and typing loudly on a keyboard and clicking on a mouse right behind it. And how well does that pick it up? I don't know. You'll know because you can hear it. Now let's do the distance test. I have been talking about 3 to 5 inches from the microphone this entire time, but let's back up a little further. All right, now I'm about 1 foot away from the microphone. Now I'm about 2 feet away from the microphone. Now I'm about 4 feet away from the microphone. This is a test so I can see how this microphone sounds. Now, since I made allegations that this is probably not going to be the best mic for your money, let's go ahead and switch out to the NW700 and see how that compares to this. Okay, now I'm talking on the newer NW700, and I'm just holding it right next to the ECOOPRO EO-200, I think is what it's called, and I'm hoping this will give you an idea of if this microphone, which runs you 40 bucks, is going to give you better audio than a microphone like the Neewer NW700, which right now costs, I think, $22 on Amazon. Let's go ahead and switch back now. So overall, I think it's a decent sounding microphone, but it's nothing that you're going to write home about. This is a microphone that you're going to buy for $40 and say, that sounds like a $40 microphone. Unlike the Neewer NW700 or the BM700 or the Mic 001, where you buy it for $20 to $30 and you say, wow, that sounds like a $75 microphone. I think what you're paying the extra $15 to $20 for is the heft of it, the build quality. This is a really sturdy microphone. And also, this functions as two different things. The first, a microphone. It works as a microphone. And second, it's a weapon. You could bludgeon somebody to death with this thing, and it would probably still work. So yeah, if you don't need a really sturdy microphone, or you don't need to beat somebody to death with a microphone, then I would go with something like the NW700, BM700, Mic 001, BM800, any of those microphones that are $15 cheaper that provide better audio quality than this microphone. Alright guys, well I guess that will do it. I hope you enjoyed the video and or learned something, and if you did, thumbs up. If you thought the video sucked, give me a thumbs down, and if you want more, click subscribe by clicking the logo in the corner. And if you are interested in this microphone because you have some enemies that you want to beat to death, I will throw a link in the video description down below. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see y'all later. Oh, if you have any questions about this microphone, leave them in the comments down below and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks again, bye guys.